In today's High Energy segment, we're visiting 2 hotels that are taking part in the Hawaii Green Business Program. We're going to find out what that means and what changes need to be implemented, starting with the Prince Waikiki.
We're talking today about being a part of the Hawaii Green Business Program, and we're starting off here at the Prince Waikiki with the GM, Josh Hargrove. Thank you for having us down. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.
This room is sweet.
It is.
There. I like that. Yeah, this is very nice. Okay, let's talk about being part of this program. Why did you guys decide to jump in?
Well, I mean, at the core, we understand Prince Waikiki. We're a big business on Oahu. We employ a lot of people, and we have an impact on our community. We have an impact on our environment. And what that impact is up to us to decide. And so to be able to have a collective vision to build towards a better, more sustainable Hawaii, and the Hawaii Green Business Program gives us a structure to do that. This holds us accountable to say, are you doing those things? And it also kind of pushes us to keep moving forward. And I think that last part about moving forward, that's a part I'm really proud of my team on, is to be able to say, we don't have all the answer to these problems, right? We're kind of learning this as we go too, and we find more and more ways to be creative, to drive sustainability.
I think it's a great program. I'd like to know specifically what some of the things you guys are doing to implement.
Yeah, so, when we talk about green, typically you're gonna think about the environment specifically, but we look at it a little bit more holistically to be able to say, the green component, what kind of energy are we using, and water, and how can we reduce that? But then also, what's our waste? And if you were to go look in our rubbish, what's in there? And is there a way that we can eliminate or reduce those things? And then if you go to the other side of that, if we're looking at the rubbish, what are we purchasing? Who are we purchasing it through? Who are our partners? And are we buying local, or are we buying from the mainland? Or, how does that work? As well as, more broadly, going out proactively instead of our internal world with our hotel and our business. How are we going out into our community proactively and also contributing, whether it be with partners or whether it be with students and our youth in Hawaii and some of those things.
That's great. How do you guys support the local workforce development?
So this is an area that I want to give kudos out to our Director of Property Operations, Rod Suzumoto, has really taken the lead on this. But, a lot of times, these hotels and businesses generally, we're going to go into high schools and we're going to go into colleges and we're going to say, who are your top 10%? And we want to recruit the best of the best. We want to get superstars on our team. And one of the things that we've done is we flipped that, and we said, actually, a lot of those high school students are probably going off to college, and the 80% or 90% or the 50%, whatever that number is, that aren't going off to college. I think that's a little bit more of where we can provide a lot of value in the hotel world. We have housekeeping, we've got dishwashers, we've got cooks, engineers. It's like a small city. And so how do we get that to become something that it's really something that as a youth growing up in Hawaii, you can say, I have a way, something I'm interested in. I don't have to leave Hawaii to make a living. So we have a junior engineer program. You come in and you don't need any skills, just a high school diploma or a GED, and you come in and we'll teach you, right? It's a lower wage rate, but once you get through that program, then the goal of it is to get you into a full-time engineer position. It starts at above $30 an hour to get in. I mean, it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, it is.
So so we try to really take a look at the whole spectrum and say, how do we help those students who are not college bound to stay in Hawaii and have a great career option?
I like that. Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm particularly interested in the food and beverage department. How are you guys being more sustainable there? What are your practices there?
This one might sound easy, but it's hard to do in practice, and that's to try to get to 100% of produce purchased locally. And you say, well, why don't you just do it? Well, it depends on the harvest, and it depends on the seasons, right? In our menu, if it's fixed, it won't work that way. So instead, we flipped it and said, if it's something we're committing to do, then our executive chef, Jeremy Shigekane, has worked with our farmers to say, what are you planting? When will it be harvested? And then we adjust our menus seasonally so that we can achieve the goal. So it's not we're asking somebody else to do it. We got to flex too. And we got to say, if we're really serious about this, let's do that.
Very, very good. That's awesome that you guys are doing that. Before I let you go, I want to know where folks can find out more information about all the stuff that you guys are doing. And it might be the same website that do to book a nice suite like this. Where do we go?
Yeah, if you go on our website, www.princewaikiki.com, and go in and look through there. You have a variety of information, whether you're going to book a room or you want to look at our sustainability efforts. We've got our Malama Hawaii package. You want to come and book a stay and go do a beach cleanup while you're here. We have that option on there as well, too. So you don't have to just book a room or look at sustainability. We have a little bit of an overlap there as well, too. But a lot of great things we're doing. I'm so proud of our team and the creativity, like I said, that they're bringing to the table to look and say, how can we be better at this? And we're all figuring it out a little bit more each day on what else we can do.
Just one example is right in front of us.
Yes.
Tell me about the water bottles.
So we have two things that I'm proud of. So we got our water bottles, and we went to refillable, reusable water bottles.
Okay,
Instead of we're saving 280,000 plastic bottles a year by making this one move. And then we went to our large format shampoo, conditioner, body wash that you would see in a guest room, and we've eliminated 220,000 of those smaller plastic bottles per year out of landfills too. So collectively, 500,000 plastic bottles that'll be out of the landfills from those 2 years. So yeah, thank you. Really proud of that.
And thank you for having me over, but we're not done yet. Super interesting to learn the stuff that they're doing and how much it saves. I love the fact that they're doing all this research. And I know that some of this might have been white noise to some of our viewers, but it is definitely interesting to know that they're saving plastic from going in the ocean. They're concentrating on the companies that are beneficial to keeping things green. I think it's really great. And no, we're not done yet.
And these are things that they don't have to be doing either. I mean, these are businesses and organizations that are choosing to make these changes for a more sustainable Hawaii and for the planet. So it's really, really cool to see. And we're going to see another hotel that's doing the same.